Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deb6. Today I'm going to be making you an iced coffee protein shake. I'm going to mix things up a little bit and also show you some different variations for those of you that may be on the keto diet, or if you don't have any special dietary preferences, then you can kind of modify this to suit your taste and liking. So to get started, I'm going to go over all the ingredients with you. We're going to put everything together and then we'll do a taste test to see how well this compares to, let's say, your Dunkin Donut iced coffee. But the twist is that this has protein powder in it, so this could be a healthy protein shake as well as give you the flavor that you would like to enjoy when you go to like Dunkin Donuts. So the first ingredient that's on the list is going to be unsweetened vanilla almond milk. You can choose without the vanilla, but again, this is if you are trying to do a keto diet, then you want to make sure that most of your ingredients don't have any added sugars to them. And if you do add any additional sugars, then they would be keto friendly, like stevia, monk fruit, erythritol. So the recipe will say 3/4 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Now, if you have also like a nut preference where you can't have almond milk, then you can substitute for another milk, or if you want to just have plain milk, you can also do that as well. The next ingredient is going to be 1 cup of coffee. And so, as I mentioned, Dunkin Donuts, I'm actually going to be using a Dunkin Donut brand coffee, and my favorite flavor with them is the hazelnut. So I'm kind of mimicking the frozen iced coffee that you get at Dunkin Donuts. I forgot to mention that this recipe, there's a 2-step process to this. So there's things that you're going to have to do the night before. So one, you're going to want to make your coffee the night before, so that way it's completely cooled. You can put it in the refrigerator or you can set it out on the counter. And the other item that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to freeze 1 banana, because the banana is going to give you that sweetness to this recipe. Unless you want to add an additional sweetener, then you can omit the banana. Okay, so we're going to add the 1 cup of coffee. Okay, we're going to add the frozen banana. You might also want to cut the banana in little smaller pieces, so with your blender, when it goes to mix it up, it's not going to be difficult to make the banana blend in a smooth consistency. Okay, the next ingredient is going to be 1 scoop of your preferred protein powder. So I'm doing this keto friendly, and this is one of the keto friendly protein powders that I've been able to find is from Isopure, and this is the creamy vanilla flavor. And the next ingredient is going to be 2 cups of ice. Okay. I'm actually going to add an additional modification because I like to put lecithin powder in all of my protein shakes. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the lecithin powder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and blend all the ingredients, and then I'm going to give it a try to see if it's to my liking, and then if we need to add any more sweeteners to it, then I'm going to go ahead and go over the different kinds of sweeteners that you can use to modify this recipe. Okay, so because of the 2 cups of ice, this is very, very slushy, just like if you were to get it when you go to Dunkin Donuts and you get the frozen coffee. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try a little bit. I wanna see how sweet this is, how much it tastes like the hazelnut coffee. But again, yours doesn't have to have the hazelnut flavor. It could be any flavor you want, or it could just be plain coffee. Okay, so this recipe alone, for my liking, is a little bit under the sweet side. So again, since I'm doing this towards the keto diet, I'm going to add some stevia sweetener to it. And you can do the drops, you can do the powder, whichever sweetener to your liking. So this is a pretty big batch, so I'm gonna do 3 to start, and then let's test it from there. So another cool trick that if you don't have or want to buy the Dunkin Donuts hazelnut flavored coffee, you can always use plain coffee at your home, and then you can add hazelnut extract, vanilla extract. You also can add the stevia sweetener. Sometimes come with different flavors. This one has caramel, this one has toffee, English toffee, so you can kind of change up the flavor to give it more of that hazelnut flavor. If you're okay with using the sugar-free classic hazelnut flavoring syrup, this one uses, I believe, sucralose. This uses sucralose as the sweetener. So I've actually done my research on that, and this is a derivative of Splenda. This is probably not the best option for you if you're doing keto, because it is found that the sucralose does still affect your glucose levels. So I probably wouldn't recommend this, and then I definitely wouldn't recommend the other one that doesn't have sugar-free, like the plain one, because that one just uses regular sugar. So this may not be an option for you at all. But again, this is for people that are conscious of their sugar intake or they're on the keto diet. Another cool extracts that I found that could also help mimic the hazelnut, you can do this cake batter extract that I found tastes really, really good. Actually, if you're making like a keto recipe and you want it to taste more like a cake, I've added this cake batter to it and it tastes delicious. They have caramel extract, and then the maple syrup is also another one of my favorite that I use on a lot of keto recipes. I make my own maple syrup recipe, and I use this, and it tastes just like maple syrup. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. Oh yeah, much better. So again, just play with the sweetness according to your liking. You don't have to put any sweetener. Again, you don't have to put a banana if you don't want to, because it does kind of give it a little bit of that banana flavor to it. But this recipe was made for someone that wanted to try to do as clean as possible ingredients as they could. So I hope you like this recipe. Give it a thumbs up. If you've tried the recipe, please comment below. Share it with those that are on the keto diet. They're interested in making their own gourmet protein coffee shake at home, just to kind of mix things up from the usual. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Hey, so I just wanted to quickly add on that if you're on the keto diet and you're following it as you should be, which would be calculating your macros, you definitely want to be careful when using like almond milk, which contains a lot of carbs and even some dairy products. So do your research and make sure that whatever milk or substitutes that you're using, you're calculating the net carbs into the recipe, because if you have this protein shake, this may consume all the carbs that you're supposed to be eating for that day, and then you want to make sure that for the rest of your day that you're consuming more fats and protein. Now, if you do consume other carbs, which are good carbs, which would be vegetables, salads, you still would need to count those in, but they're not necessarily carbs that go against you as if almond milk would. So just a quick note, because I've done the keto diet strictly months ago, and that was one of the key things that you need to be aware of when you're following the keto diet. When you're doing the macros. So if you're trying to follow a keto diet and you're not doing the macros, then you're not doing keto because you're not in ketosis. It's very easy to go past the carbs, just trying to eye things out and not actually keeping track and tracking your macros. So I hope this was a good tip for you, for those that are on the keto diet. And if you have any questions, please comment below. I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say, possibly giving me your own tips and tricks that you've used in making your own protein smoothies and shakes. So thank you again for watching. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So I look forward to seeing you on the next one.